This AI tool completely changed how I make content. Not because it makes better designs, not because it's a smarter AI, but because it made me realize something uncomfortable. I was doing things the slow way. That made me think, why are most creators still making content one asset at a time? If you've ever used AI for content, you already know this loop. You've got one tab open for ChatGPT images, another for Google's Nano Banana Pro, then Midjourney, Ideogram, Korea. You're jumping between tools, generating assets in multiple windows. You write a prompt, you get one result. You export it. Then you jump to the next tab and do it all over again and again. Eventually, you pull everything into Canva and stitch together one usable thumbnail. AI was supposed to save time. Instead, it just made repetition faster. And that's the part that nobody talks about. The real time drain isn't creativity, it's repetition. Renaming files, reprompting, exporting versions like final version 7 good. That's exactly how I designed thumbnails for my YouTube videos before I discovered a new feature inside Freepik Spaces. You can trust me on this. My AI agency, VectorPoint, has built content systems for large companies. I've tested the faster tricks. I've tried better prompts. None of that fixed the real problem. Because the problem wasn't quality, it was workflow. Here's the shift that changed everything. With Freepik Spaces, your entire workflow lives in one unified space. Instead of using AI tools one at a time in separate tabs, you chain together multiple image generators into a single workflow. That alone saves me around 2 hours per week. Yeah, but that's just the beginning. Freepik Spaces now offers something called lists. Lists is what actually simplified content creation for me. This is Freepik Spaces. Inside it, there's one feature that completely disrupted my old process. Meet lists. Think about lists like this. Instead of making one thing, you make a system. Lists lets you work with many ideas, many images, and many variations all at once. So the workflow runs for everything, not just one output. In the past, it could take me more than 3 hours to create a single thumbnail. True story. Using Freepik's list node and batch processing, I can now create multiple thumbnail variations in less time than it takes me to make a cup of coffee. Here's my exact workflow. First, open Spaces and add the person or character that you want to use in the thumbnail. Then, I'll right-click and add a variations node, connecting it to the image. I define the type of variations that I want. For thumbnails, I usually choose expressions. I set the aspect ratio and click Run. When I split the outputs, they appear inside of a list. From here, I can bulk export, rerun with new expressions, or select specific images to keep working with. I'll choose a wink. Next, I connect each image to image generator nodes and request multiple outputs from each. I drop in a prompt describing the thumbnail style that I want, and I run it. Here's the result. I stop repeating myself. The workflow does the work for me. Instead of one thumbnail variation, I now have 8. And that matters more than ever because YouTube now lets creators A/B test thumbnails and titles. This is the fastest way that I've found to do that. And it gets even better. Your title and thumbnail need to create curiosity together. So I use lists to bulk create thumbnail text also. Inside of Spaces, I add the thumbnail image I want to use. Then I right-click and add the assistant node. I'll then prompt it to write 8 short thumbnail hooks. Before running it, I choose Export as a list. Now I connect that text list and my image to a new image generator node. I usually choose Google's Nano Banana Pro for text clarity. In the prompt, I tell Freepik exactly what to bulk insert. Use the hook text in the thumbnail image. Keep all graphics intact. Only swap the text. Hit run. Now it's generating dozens of thumbnails, each with different hooks. Before this, every new creative meant another decision, another prompt, another export. Now, one decision creates dozens of different styles. Same structure, different outputs. And thumbnails are just the beginning. Lists don't care what you're making. They care how many you're making. You can use lists for so many things: YouTube shorts, Instagram carousels, ad creatives, blog headers, videos, product mockups. I mean, truly, most creative things you can do with Freepik spaces and lists. Anytime you normally think, okay, let me make one more version of this, instead of rebuilding the workflow, you just add it to the list. New idea? Drop it in. New style? Add another node. The workflow stays the same. This actually changed how I create content today. Before, every piece of content felt like a time sink. Now, I don't build content. I build systems that generate content. One workflow, infinite outputs. I've even started bulk creating thumbnails in other languages to reach international audiences. I can turn a single thumbnail into 10 or more languages in just a few clicks. That's the shift. And this matters right now more than ever because platforms have finally caught up. YouTube, for example, allows A/B testing of thumbnails and titles. Ads reward iteration. Algorithms reward velocity. The creators winning today, they're not more talented. They're just running more experiments. And lists make experimentation cheap, fast, and repeatable. That's the unfair advantage. Right-click anywhere in your Freepik spaces and select the assistant node. And then we will tell it, translate this text into 10 different languages. And that text is going to be scale content fast. That's the text that will be on our thumbnail. So we're telling it to translate that into 10 different languages. If you click here, you can select which AI model to use for this. GPT-5 Mini is fine. And then where it says export as text, you will change that to list. Export as a list, then click run. Great. While that's running, you're going to right click on the screen and you can upload an image that we want to change the text inside. So for this, I have my thumbnail image, scale content fast. And what I'm trying to do is translate the text hook, scale content fast, into 10 different languages so that I instantly have 10 different thumbnails that I can use. Here we go. Now that we have our 10 different languages, inside of lists, you can actually click into these and then edit them. So I could click in and edit if I want to, but let's say that these all look good. Then you'll right click the screen again and select image generator because we're gonna generate a new thumbnail with those different languages. Hover over this one and connect the text node to our new thumbnail generator. And we will take our reference image, connect that to our new image generator. So now in the prompts box, we can say, change the language of the text in, and then we'll cite the creation number 7 to the 10 different languages from, and then we'll cite the list number 11, which is this list here. And that's it. Keep everything else in the reference image the same, period. And we can see right here that it's going to give us 10 different outputs. So that should be all set to go. And then we click run. We can see we have these 10 different thumbnail images. Let's say I liked this one. I can click add to board and it will add it to the board for me. So now I have it here to work with and create other things from lists. I could turn this into a video and create 10 different video versions of that. There's so much that you can do with lists. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but doesn't this get messy? But it's actually the opposite. Lists reduces the chaos inside of your Freepik spaces. Every variation lives in one place. No more folders called final, V2, final, real good. You can bulk export, remove weak versions, or lock in a winner and keep building from it. You're not losing control. You're finally getting it. So here's the whole system, start to finish. Number 1, build your base image or concept. Number 2, create variations like expressions or backgrounds. Number 3, split outputs into a list. Number 4, use Assistant and export text as a list. Number 5, connect both lists and image generator. Number 6, run once and get dozens of finished creatives. No tab hopping, no retyping prompts, no rebuilding workflows. Just quality content on repeat. If you're a creator, this saves you hours every week. If you run a brand, this gives you testing power most teams don't have. If you work with clients, this turns revisions into reruns. And if you're just starting, this lets you compete with people who have full production teams. That's the quiet power of Freepik lists. This didn't make me more creative. It removed friction, it removed repetition, and it made me exponentially faster at creating content. Once you stop making things one at a time, you never go back. If you want to try this, open Freepik Spaces. I've included the link in the description. Build your first list and let the workflow do the work. I'll see you inside.